they supply a need when I needed magic to happen. And so characters appear as you need them. So you don't have to worry about creating a whole family of people. You're writing your stories, and suddenly you need another character. So you create a new character. Creating a new character when you already have a family of characters becomes very simple. The only thing is you don't want to get out of the style. You want everybody to fit like together. The proportions of the body has to be the same, even fat, or thin, tall, and small. But they have to have something in common, and in this case will be the style. And I've been trying to give each one a different nose, which for merchandising is murder. You should create 4 characters all alike, just change the color of the mask and you can become a millionaire. But if you create characters that the legs are very thin and the noses are different, I forget it, nobody wants to touch it with a 10 math ball. So every time I create a new character, I'm looking for a different nose. And I'm running out of noses, I just want a different shape possible. And one of the important characters is when I went from Pacific to Epic. The comic was published independently. And then I went into Marvel, and Marvel, I had already published about 8 issues with one company, and now I was starting another one, and I didn't want the old people to find that I was starting a new, forget about it, and I didn't want the new people to think that I already had a story in continuity and they would know what I was talking about. So I had to come to a compromise, so the old readers will feel comfortable with the new issues, and the new readers will feel comfortable also starting anew. So I needed something to tie the whole thing together, which for a while was driving me crazy. And I figured out, I created a character called the Minstrel. And it was a guy who tells stories. Oh great, now I can tell stories of how stupid Drew is to the new audiences, and telling new stories of how stupid is to the old audiences. So it worked correct. So I created a storyteller. Now I have another device to continue stories that I don't want, like it happened in the past. Well, or the sage could be telling a story that he knows about it, if the moral applies to something intelligent, or have the minstrel tell stories about Gru. So I created this guy, which looks like me, but without a monster.
Poetry when you sing?
I wanted the dialogue to rhyme, because in things, when I was a kid, there was a character, a book in Spain called Aleluyas de Rompetacones, and there was just 2 phrases that always ended the same, la 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 la, and it was very simple. He went 3 steps above that and make everything to rhyme. My God, I just wanted the last words of the thing, but he did an incredible amount of work. And that's Mark Evanier, that fellow who helps me with the group. And so that's how the process has been going through. Any questions you have about the art or anything you want to learn? Nada. Oh.
Well, can you maybe knock out a quick gag? Your gag, you like to do like a bazoo thing?
A gag?
What do you do in the marginal?
Well, gags are, sure. I have done 1 million gags, so I have them all already. But gags are very simple to do. You have to think something that's out of the ordinary with whatever subject you want. If I was drawing a Gru, the Sunhai joke, you can tell me that joke already because it's very obvious. Rufertus sneezes and loses all his guts. That's the premise of it, that when you sneeze so hard, something is going great. So now everybody can write the Sunhai joke because it's very simple. Give me a subject. Yeah.
elevator.
Elevators, elevator jokes. As a matter of fact, my first joke that I ever thought about it was an elevator. When you write in cartoons, as a difference of comics, is you want to simplify the whole you can. In comics, you want to give ambience, you want to put trees, you want to put castles, you want to put everything to feel that the character belongs in a place. You want to have the leaves, you have about winter, you have about summer, you have about a town that has a market and people buying oranges, a restaurant, people eating, waiters. You want to feel atmosphere on it. When you're doing a gag, you want to take everything away that it will distract from the joke. No little things on the walls, no little extras, no little shadowing. To make it an elevator, the only thing you need is this or this. That's all you need for an elevator. Well, the thing is, once I start drawing it, you'll get the gag and it's no point. That's all you need. If you are doing a presentation, you start with this, but you knew it was about elevator, so you start drawing this, which takes longer time, and then you put this, and then the last thing we put this, so people realize that they're trying to get into elevator. See, so the laugh comes after, but if you draw the elevator before and start with this is when you laugh. All this becomes superfluous in a presentation. So it's very important you make the gag the last. So if not the rest, you don't have to draw it anymore, just tell it. So you start drawing this and doing that, put the wall, put this. The guys still don't know what is going on, but put the guy, and then you put this, boom, boom, and that's it. And then they will catch it and they will laugh. So that's important to learn. But I'm afraid that's it because I have to catch a plane.